We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Minnesota Twins and the Oakland A's. Two of the best starters around do battle next. Catfish Hunter is on the mound for game 2. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, we're taking a look at one of the top pitchers in the game. This guy has over 200 career victories, and he'd like to add another one to this list. This guy's been a really good pitcher for a long time, and right now he's showing no signs of slowing down. It'll be interesting to watch him work in this one here.
In is Torii Hunter. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
The center fielder, Torii Hunter.
First delivery to him on the way.
First pitch, 7:07.
Grounded back up the middle. And that is by him on into center field. So good hitting on 0-2 nets him a leadoff single.
Hey, that's why this guy's in the leadoff hole. Grinder, battler, whatever you want to call him. He is not afraid to go deep in the count. He is not afraid to hit with 2 strikes, and he showed it right there.
To the plate now, Luis Arraez, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. And Dan Dero, this Oakland ball club entering play here tonight. They didn't get it done here in front of a big opening day crowd, but they'll look to get back on track here.
Yeah, Matty, I know it's not do or die. It's only game 2 of the season, but you never want to drop the home opener, and you certainly don't want to find yourselves 0-2 when you leave the ballpark today.
2 takes, and now he's down 0-2. I'm not sure, but he may have been taking to give the guy at first a chance to run.
Oh, double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3, and they turn the double play.
Batting first, the second baseman, Rod Carew.
Stepping in, Rod Carew. Pair of hits in 5 trips to the plate in yesterday's game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fastball that gets the inside corner. Strike 1.
This guy loves to drop the head on those pitches down and in. I'm shocked he went in there, but he's able to jump ahead and get away with it.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit hard on the ground to second. Reined in. Throw on to Olson will take care of him at first, and that ends the inning. Twins retired in short order, and the A's will get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. Bert Blyleven gets the ball for the Twins in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, when you look up the word dependability in the dictionary, you'll find a picture of this guy. Career ERA just under 3.5, and that's saying quite a lot in the high-scoring games that we see in baseball going on right now. Real solid pitcher, controls the running game, controls the strike zone, and more importantly, he knows how to get deep into the 6th, 7th, and 8th inning. Solid pitcher, and he'll be fun to watch in this one here today.
Ramon Laureano is the batter now as he looks at a ball 1-0. And guys, as we take a look at the Twins at the start of play here tonight, they were the spoilers here on opening day as they took game 1 of the season on the road.
Yeah, Matty, not easy to start opening day on the road and grab a W in the opponent's ballpark, but that's what happened.
Swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. Meanwhile now, this ball's trouble as it looks like it'll be good for extra bases. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Left fielder really never had a chance at that one at all. It was over his head before he knew it, bouncing off the base of the wall for an easy double. Those are the kind of shots anyone would feel good about.
At the plate now, Marcus Semien, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball one. Blyleven is up over 4,500 innings of work in his long career, and having struck out more than 3,700 batters over that time, he finds himself in the top 5 on the all-time strikeout list. And that catches the outside edge, 1-1. And set up working the plate is Larry Bullard, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Hey, D-Roll, Larry Bullard, he's pretty much right down the middle. You see very few managers and players getting into very many confrontations with Larry.
Yeah, Larry lays in the weeds, Dan. Doesn't try and make it about him, and that's what the players love. He's got a pretty consistent strike zone, and he's approachable.
The 2-1 home is laid off of for ball number 3.
You would think in this situation, maybe with a base open, he'd just pitch around him and put him on first. But not with the guy in the on-deck circle. He's going to attack this hitter.
And it's fouled away.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner. But this will be foul. Payoff pitch one more time. Count still full, 3-2. Laureano leads off second with nobody out. And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
Batting third, the designated hitter.
Standing in, Jason Giambi. He drove in 2 of their 3 runs in that ball game yesterday. Here comes the first pitch. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Comes set, now the pitch. Shoots this one over to first. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out.
Boy, D-Roll, we're looking at a big inning right here with that single. Bases are loaded, yet no runs have scored in this inning.
Yeah, and that's exactly what that pitcher wants you to think. You have to eliminate the noise, Dan. Just try and drive in the guy from third base. Don't put pressure on yourself that you have to get everyone in with one swing of the bat. Pass the baton and keep the line moving.
Ricky Henderson is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1. A little roller toward the hole. And indeed, he'll take only the out at first as the run comes in to score.
Really good team at bat right there, right? Just put the ball in play. He does this, that, gets the ground ball, and brings home the first run of the game from third.
Stepping in, Matt Olson. And Oakland with an opportunity for more damage here in the first. As a look, now the pitch.
This is exactly the situation you drew up from an offensive standpoint. Good pitcher on the mound, but you got a chance to bury him early in this one.
Here's the 0-1. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
He's a veteran out on that mound. He understands he has to establish that inside fastball to open up the outer half of the plate.
Runners are at second and third with one down. 2-1 to the A's first baseman.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball in play hard.
Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1.
Well, he's in a bit of hot water in this first inning, but if he can start throwing his slider effectively like that, he has a lot better chance of settling into this game.
Breaking ball well inside and taken for ball 3. Second and third here, one man out. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
Boy, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. And what does he do? He just throws this good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. Line to the right side. That's in there. Base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Nothing fires me up more than watching an offensive player stay inside a baseball and drive it the other way.
Chris Davis next to bat as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. And they're runners at the corners now. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0.
Yeah, it looks like to me he hasn't quite found that release point so far here in the first inning.
Three and 0 now.
3 balls, no strikes.
Taking all the way, it's 3-1 now.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove in one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
High and deep to center field. And off the batter's eye for a home run. An impressive shot to dead center field. So a 3-run blast to deep center here. First home run of the campaign for him. And the A's add on more. It's now a 5-0 game.
That's how the manager drew it up right there. Hold the visiting team scoreless, and then grab a huge home run in the first.
In now, Austin Allen. As he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
He definitely doesn't look himself to start this one, and this lineup needs to be on the attack early and be aggressive and find a way to stay in this game.
Grounded up the first baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Blyleven's ready. Here's the delivery. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Good pitch right there with the bases empty. Why not take a shot? Throw that breaking ball in the dirt and see if he'll chase after it.
And strike 3 there as they'll finally work out of the inning as the side is retired. But not before 5 cross the plate, with the big blow being this 3-run home run. Second inning coming up. It's the A's 5 and the Twins nothing. The next twin up, Harmon Killebrew, and his guys have quite a hill to climb, down 5-zip here in the early going.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Now the 1-0.
Nope, outside.
On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now. Ripped down the first base line, but this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Boy, he's having a hard time just putting the ball in play right now. He took the hat trick with 3 strikeouts yesterday, and here's another one today. Looks to me like he just needs to simplify his approach and focus on making some contact.
Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. Donaldson, commonly known as the bringer of rain around the game. He was a first-round pick back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. And he missed again, high and away this time, 3-1. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Sharp ground ball to third. Chapman's got it. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Batting fifth, the right fielder, Nelson Cruz.
Now to the plate, Nelson Cruz. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Lifted down the line in left. Henderson is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Twins are set down 1-2-3. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Last half of the second set to go, and striding toward the plate to hit next, Tony Kemp.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
It's 1-1 to Tony Kemp.
One of the best ways to keep a guy uncomfortable is to pound him inside. They're doing that, and this one caught the zone.
And he fouls this one off. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes.
I got to count 2-2.
He got ahead with 2 good fastballs and then tried to drop the changeup to see if he'd be out in front. Did a great job of laying off that pitch right there. Interested to see where he goes now.
And he got him. Digging in for his second at-bat, Ramon Laureano. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat. Now here it comes. Here's a cold strike about thigh high, 0-1. clearly off with his timing on that one. A swinging strike. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2.
Well, there's the classic 0-2 wasted fastball. Not even close to the zone. We'll see what he throws on the next pitch.
The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
Stop. Marcus Semien.
Into the box now, Marcus Semien. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Semien has a slugging percentage a little over .425, a respectable number. A shot to first base and caught there to end the inning. So a good bounce back inning here after the 5-run outburst last time around. We played 2 full. Oakland is on top in this one, 5-0. Stepping up to the plate, Mitch Garver, 7-8-9, bottom of the order, set to go here in the 3rd.
Garver.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
Hey, if you're able to blow a first pitch fastball by a guy, gotta believe that pitch is coming again right here.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he just misses inside with the fastball there. A swing and a ground ball to 3rd. But this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. They haven't played perfectly as it's hit on the ground. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the 3rd.
Batting in, the left fielder, number 20, Eddie Rosario.
Striding into the box, Eddie Rosario. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And now a pitch on the way. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Right side, hit hard. He's got it. And there's out number 2.
Batting 9, the shortstop, Marwin Gonzalez.
Standing in, Marwin Gonzalez. He'll swing it from the left side right here. First offering on its way. Fouled away. Ripped on the ground to first. Scooped up. Olson takes it on his own, and the inning is over. Down go the Twins in order. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and standing in, the imposing left-handed bat of the former AL MVP, Jason Giambi. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. And he falls behind 0-2. This is line to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So an inning-opening single kicks off their half of the third.
And they start the third inning the way they finished off the first two, doing damage. As we take a look at his numbers, you can see they've had his numbers since the first pitch. If he doesn't buckle down soon, he might have a short outing here.
Next up for the A's, Ricky Henderson, 0 for 1 with a run batted in thus far. First delivery to him on the way.
Count 1-0.
Great game plan so far by this offense. They're not chasing any of those breaking balls out of the zone.
Liner toward right center. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
It's a nice job by the batter right there, able to fight off a high fastball and slap it the other way for a single.
Rich Hill is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the third inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings.
Rich Hill.
And that'll bring up Matt Olson as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Hill has made a name for himself as a very effective reliever in his career, but he really doesn't fit the bill as a prototypical bullpen arm. So many guys bringing huge strikeout numbers these days. He isn't one of them.
No, he's not, Matty V, but what he does do, he does a great job of missing barrels of the bats. He changes speeds, moves the ball in, out, up, and down. Not overpowering, but he knows how to pitch.
Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
That's back toward the mound. This will be a tough turn, however. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
Now batting, the third baseman.
And that'll bring in Matt Chapman. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they can get out of this jam, though.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Oh, that looks good.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
A ball and a strike to count to Matt Chapman.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
The 1-1. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. And he'll get in there safely. And the runner from second is in to score. It's 7-0.
Now batting, right fielder, Chris Davis.
Here's Chris Davis now as he'll take a look at a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call. Davis, sometimes called Crush with a K and an H. He's currently on a 1-year deal, so he stands to be a free agent at the end of this season.
This guy has been an absolute beast this year so far, leading the team in home runs as he approaches free agency. Huge payday on the horizon.
2 balls and 2 strikes to count to Chris Davis. So a full count now.
I know he buried that slider in right there, but that's a dangerous pitch. If he doesn't pot commit and bury that inside, it leaks out over the plate. He can get hurt with that pitch.
Three-two pitch. There's ball four.
Perfect.
And with first base open, the last thing he wanted to do was give him something to hit in the heart of the zone. So no harm done. Force out anywhere now.
At the plate, Austin Allen looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Strike one to start the at-bat. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play.
Standing in now, Tony Kemp. And it's grounded just foul down the line. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now. Too high. 1-2.
1 ball.
Love the high heater right there to raise the hitter's sights. Let's see if he buries something in the dirt right here.
Looking to minimize the damage here. And a good fastball swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. On now to the top of inning number 4. It's the A's 7 and the Twins nothing. So striding in, Torrey Hunter.
Leading off for Minnesota, the center fielder, Torrey.
First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Hey, pretty aggressive pitch right there up in the zone. Surprised he didn't offer at it.
This is in the air to right. After it is Davis. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
The batter, number 2, designated hitter, Luis.
Striding
Arias.
forward now is the DH, Luis Arias. First pitch on its way. Might have jammed him a little there as this is softly hit and foul off to the left. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota. Skied into straightaway right. Davis will wait on it, and he's got it for out number 2.
Now batting, second baseman, Rod Carew.
Striding in, Rod Carew. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that misses ball 1.
Boy, they've been just getting shut down right here. Been a while since they've even had a runner on. So I think it's time to start looking for ways to make some things happen. Drop a bunt, get up on the plate, something.
Now it's 2-0. Line drive to left. That gets down, and the inning continues. So the 2-out base hit, and the top of the inning is still alive.
This is the cat and mouse of baseball right here. Batter versus pitcher. You fight so hard as an offensive player to get count leverage. 1-0, 2-0, 3-1. Check out the batting averages in those counts, and then check out the batting averages in even and behind counts with 2 strikes. 2-0, your eyes light up, and the batter didn't miss it.
Pitch inside the throw, and it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
It's a little surprising to see them risking base runners by stealing down this many early in the game, but they're choosing to be aggressive. Might work out if they can drive him in now and chip away at that deficit.
The 1-0.
Inside, ball 2.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line.
And he runs it down in the bullpen.
1 left for Minnesota. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, I talked to manager Bob Melvin during the break about his thoughts on the A's hitters to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said their ability to get on the attack and chase the opposing starter from the game prior to the 4th inning obviously sets them up nicely for the rest of the game. Now, he just hopes they can keep that same focus at the plate in the middle and late frames, Matt.
Thank you, Heidi. And that'll bring in Ramon Laureano. 1 for 2, including a double back in the first. Now the pitch. A ball and no strikes. And he lays off the pitch up and in, ball 2.
Well, that's another great hitting count here on 2-0. It's no wonder why they're up 7.
It's 2-1 to the A's leadoff batter. This is skied out toward right. Right fielder is on the run. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. Twins are into their bullpen now, as there are the final numbers for their starter. Certainly not the night he wanted to have.
One of the tough things to do when you're trying to have a good pitching performance is keep the ball in the ballpark. He was filling up the strike zone, but he did allow 2 home runs.
Into the box, Marcus Semien, 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. First pitch of the at-bat.
Ball 1, no strike.
Ball 2 now. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway.
I got 2-1 to count.
Now the 2-1.
Ball 3.
I can't tell you how big a pitch the last one was. The difference between 3-1 and 2-2. 2-2, you're probably taking a turn for the dugout.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Squared that one up just a little late. 7 runs, an equal number of hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Another full count pitch home. Fastball too high, ball 4.
Now back, the designated hitter, Jason.
Striding in for Oakland, Jason Giambi. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up. First pitch on its way. A bullet to first base, and he'll take it to the bag for the out, and there's your unassisted double play. Nothing across here this half of the inning. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. The A's lead it 7-0. Back at the Oakland Coliseum, and before we go much further, let's check in with Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Twins to discuss his thoughts on Minnesota's lineup so far. And he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
Thank you, Heidi. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And that brings up the former American League MVP, Josh Donaldson.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Here's the first pitch to him. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
That's the ball.
Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. Outside, 2-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Davis on the move. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, right fielder, Nelson Cruz.
Now batting, Nelson Cruz. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike.
Hey, that's a nice take by the batter right there, but that's a non-competitive off-speed pitch. Got to do better to at least entice a swing.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Laureano is in his tracks now, and that's out number 2.
The catcher, number 8, Mitch Garver.
So stepping in, Mitch Garver comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Oh, that's off the plate.
2 out, nobody on. A ball and a strike.
There's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if they have to incorporate that into their mindset.
1-2 to the Twins catcher.
Man, he's in control of all his weapons right here. 1 strike away from 5 shutout innings.
1-2, here it comes. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2. Three and 2 now.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
Fouled off. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
Well, he loses him there, but that's just the first walk he's given up, along with a couple of hits, so his command has been pretty solid so far.
Up next for Minnesota, Eddie Rosario. And we'll see if they can make him pay for the 2-out walk. Always considered a big no-no, of course. First pitch on its way.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
2 out with the man at first. And it's fouled away. And they come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's back to 2-2. From the belt, the pitch. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away.
Good running count right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. He'll be off to the races on this pitch.
And here's the 3-2 from him. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The 3-2 one more time. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. Reined in. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Twins wind up stranding 1. They're down by a touchdown, 7-0. Digging in once again, Ricky Henderson. He'll lead things off as we begin the home 5th. Here's the first pitch to him. Big curveball swung on and missed. 0-1. Some movement now in the Minnesota bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing. The windup and the 0-1. Line toward right center. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
There's another line drive leadoff single right now. I mean, they've had an unbelievable scouting report on these pitchers today. They are finding barrels. They are not trying to do too much. Guys are staying in the big part of the field and hitting everything on the screws.
Stepping up now, Matt Olson. He was a ground out victim last time up.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. That's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
First pitch coming. Here it is. That finds the zone, a called strike.
Nope.
Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1. Laid off the bender there, but it's in for a called strike.
Ooh, I'm shocked he got away with that one, boys. Curveball right down the middle of the plate, and for him to take that pitch looking, he had to be sitting on something else, but he should have pulled the trigger.
And he's back in standing. A runner at first with no outs here. And another throw over, keeping particularly close tabs on him. The 1-2. Misses for the second ball. And Olson with a drive out to deep right. Gone! Matt Olson connects for a 2-run home run. First home run of the campaign for him as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
When that pitch was grooved right down Main Street, he couldn't believe it. He started salivating when he saw it. but stayed back enough to put a great swing on it.
Into the box, Matt Chapman. As he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Strike 2 on the curveball. 0-2.
2 well-executed pitches at the knees right there, but I know this hitter's looking for something up.
And he misses there. 1-2.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
Sent in the air out to straightaway center. And Hunter will put this one away without much effort for the first out of the inning.
The right fielder, number 2, Chris Davis.
At the plate, Chris Davis. It was a walk in his last trip. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
A shot down the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Still only 1 out in the inning. Hit back up the middle. Carew is there, and that's the second out.
Had to protect there with 2 strikes, and he just got it off the end of the bat. Not much of a problem for the infield at that point.
Settling in now, Austin Allen. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Gotta find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
A couple of strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at-bat trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
Outside, 3-0 now.
Well, he knows it, but this is the kind of guy you just have to go right after. He's not the biggest threat with the bat, so it's time to challenge him right here.
Now the 3-0 offering. And that's low, ball 4.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
Ready for another shot now. Tony Kemp. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1. Fastball, and he has to bend out of the way of that one.
I'll tell you, it's a helpless feeling for a manager or a pitching coach when your pitchers are having a really hard time throwing strikes. What are you supposed to do other than keep trying new guys until someone starts attacking the zone?
And he fouls this one off. One and two, here it comes. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside.
Boy, his pitch count is really spiked here in this inning. He's up to over 50 already.
Fouled away. A runner on first with 2 away. Fouled off. The 2-2 one more time. This is skied into short left center.
Chasing after it is Rosario.
He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. But the Athletics strike for two, both coming on this two-run home run. Through 5 innings, it's the A's 9 and the Twins nothing. Here's Marwin Gonzalez now. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit hard to the right side, but foul. A swing and a high drive to right center field. Racing back the center fielder. Gone! Solo shot to right center. First home run of the campaign for him. And they're now on the board, though still well behind.
Yeah, they dug themselves quite a hole, but they say the first thing you need to do when that happens is to stop digging. Well, with that solo shot, they've stopped digging, but they've got a long way to go before they climb out of this hole completely.
Stepping in now, Torrey Hunter. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0.
Hey.
Bases are empty here, nobody out. A bouncer up the middle. And Torrey has himself a base hit.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
At the plate, Luis Arias, as he'll swing and send a chopper out to second. Fielded cleanly, and that's out number 1.
Now batting, second baseman, Rod Carew.
Striding in once again, Rod Carew, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. First pitch on its way. Line to the right side.
But no one can get to this one as it's down for a foul ball inside the visitors' bullpen.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. A bouncer to the left side. Chapman has it cleanly, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, the first baseman, Harmon Killebrew.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Harmon Killebrew. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit out towards second. He's got it. Throw on to Olson will take care of him at first, and that ends the inning. But the Twins at least do get 1 back on this solo home run. Bottom of the 6th coming up. It's the A's 9 and the Twins 1. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Ramon Laureano. He'll get things started here in the second half of the 6th. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. Into the corner and slicing foul. Here it comes on 1-1.
Count 2-1. Aye.
2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
Action pitch right here, 2-2. The last thing you want to do is to fall behind and count 3-2.
And this ball is also hit foul and heading for the seats, so we'll have to do it again. Still 2-2. Pitch popped up. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Hey, sometimes that's how a rally gets started right there. I know it's a soft liner, but leadoff man on usually poses problems.
At the plate now, Marcus Semien. And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. It was a walk in his last trip. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. There's 1 to Killebrew, and that completes the double play.
The batter, the designated hitter, Jason Giambi.
Now the A's designated hitter, Jason Giambi. So far 2 for 3 in this one. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. And he lays off a pitch here that he probably shouldn't have. 0-1.
Like that pitch there, lefty on lefty matchup, curveball away to a lefty, smart pitch.
Got him to go after that one, and he's in a quick hole. 0-2.
The count doesn't mean much to this batter. He's all in. He's not concerned with striking out, so he's going to get his A swing off.
Pulled the fastball down a little too much there. That's ball 1. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
Now this is the way you want to start off a series. We haven't even hit the weekend yet, and he's on the board again, this time with a double. This is going to be a good 4-game set for him if he can keep this up.
In now, Ricky Henderson, as he'll take a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Here comes the 0-1. And it's 1-1.
If you're in the box right now, you got to wait him out. He obviously does not want to come see you with a fastball. He's been nibbling this whole at bat and just missed with that backdoor breaking ball.
Now the 1-1 pitch. And he reaches out for one and may have chased it as this is skied into the air to straightaway center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. The A's strand 1, but they still hold a commanding 9-1 lead. Josh Donaldson digging in now. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
First pitch of the at-bat.
1-0.
And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more of a pitch to contact kind of guy, and obviously it's working so far, and the way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down.
Now the 2-1. Hard hit ball to second. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he's safe at first.
Now batting, right fielder.
Well, a part of me wants to applaud him for staying with it and making the throw, but after he bobbled it, he should have just eaten the ball and lived to fight another day. As it is, he gets tagged with an error, and a man is on base.
Runner at first following the error, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Nelson Cruz. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Hey, this guy's been throwing a gem so far. We're moving on later into this game, and he's right at about league average for first pitch strikes.
And he just misses inside with the fastball there. One and one, here it is. Sharp ground ball to third. To second for one. On to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now.
Really good pitch from the pitcher right there. Down in the zone, hits on top of it, induces the ground ball double play.
Coming to the plate now, Mitch Garver. It was a walk in his last trip. First offering on its way. And this one runs up high, ball 1. Garver is a prolific power hitter, and you probably didn't need me to tell you that. Doesn't matter what kind of pitching he faces, there's a lot of pop in that bat. Now a swing and an easy fly ball out toward right center. Davis is under it, and that ends the inning. Nothing doing here for the Twins. They trail big. It's 9-1. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Matt Olson. He'll start things out here in the bottom of inning number 7.
Goes to show you how strong this guy is. That wasn't a bad breaking ball that he hit for a home run in that last at bat. That ball was down and away. He went out and hooked it and pulled it. This guy's definitely a good hitter.
And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. And it's fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the 4th time he struck out, and we're only in the 2nd game of this series.
So now to the plate, Matt Chapman. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. The 1-0. Doesn't catch the outside corner. It's a ball.
Listen, I'm not trying to make up an excuse, but this is this guy's 5th inning of work in this game out of the bullpen. Are you kidding me? Nobody goes 5 innings anymore.
Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0.
And when you're already down by a bunch, this is where a guy's got to take some responsibility out there and at least start throwing some strikes.
That's on the outer edge, 3-1. And that is in there at the letters to run it full, 3-2. 1 out, nobody on. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Cruz is there, 2 down.
The right fielder, number 2, Chris Davis.
So 2 are gone now in the Oakland half of the 7th. And that'll bring up the big-time power bat of right-handed hitter Chris Davis. Here comes the first pitch. Ball 1.
1-0.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. There's the big breaking ball, and it's by him for a strike. Lays off the fastball low, and it goes to 2 balls and a strike. Taken off the outside as the breaking ball couldn't catch the corner. Austin Allen would be next. Skied into straightaway right. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. A's are gone in order, but they still hold a commanding 9-1 lead. Into the box now, Eddie Rosario. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
First pitch coming, here it is.
No, inside. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strike.
Now the 2-0. And he fouls this one off.
Well, somebody's sitting off speed right here. Only way he was late on that heater is he was expecting another changeup.
Now the 2-1 pitch.
3 balls, 1 strike.
It's been a great job so far by the 8-hole hitter. If he finds a way to get on base, this could spell for a huge inning.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Hit sharply on the ground. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. With that, we'll give you a look at our starter comparison for the 2 starting pitchers in the game, and the column to look at is the one on the right side of your screen. Not too many hits to go around at this point in the ball game. Digging in, the switch hitter, Marwin Gonzalez. It was a solo shot for him in his last at-bat.
The last at-bat, Matty V, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
1-0 the count. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Lifted the other way down the left field line. Left fielder giving chase, and no one will track it down. The 1-1 home. Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up, but this will land untouched. The 1-2.
That's in. Ball 2.
Well, 2 straight fastballs inside haven't put him away. So now it'll be interesting to see what he turns to.
1 out, nobody on. This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
Pulled toward right center field. Laureano will range to his left and put it away. 2 down.
Up next for Minnesota, the center fielder, Torii Hunter.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Torii Hunter. He's 2 for 3 thus far. First offering on its way. High in the air down the right field line. And foul. One strike now to Hunter. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2.
Man, this dude is locked in on the mound. He's throwing each pitch with confidence.
Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Twins are set down 1-2-3. They trail big. It's 9-1. In now, Austin Allen. He'll see what he can do leading off the home 8.
The catcher, Austin Allen.
Here's the pitch. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands back.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch.
Nope.
And on 0-2 he misses with a fastball. A bouncer to the left side. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Now at the plate, Tony Kemp. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. First delivery to him on the way. Fastball well outside. Bases are empty. 1 man out. In there, 1-1. And the pitch.
Ball. That's inside.
This is on the ground over to first. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
Now batting, number 22.
So the Oakland lineup turns over, and to the plate, Ramon Laureano. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. First pitch on its way. Two out, nobody on. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. On his way to pitch number 100. And it's It's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here now the 2-2. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the A's, but they still hold a commanding 9-1 lead. So striding forward now, Luis Arias starting things for his side in the ninth as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
Hey, there's an old saying in baseball, you need to take a strike in this spot. Well, he got one there. Now he just needs to find a way to get on.
Now a strike called in the upper part of the zone.
Can you boys say next? Who's next up to bat? Because this guy's done. You cannot fall down 0-2 to one of the better pitchers in the league and expect to get a base hit.
0-2 count and the pitch.
I love a well-executed changeup, especially one down in the zone. The only problem throwing it in that situation, you leave that belt high or miss your spot just a hair, and you could have some problems.
This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Laureano has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out.
Now batting, the second baseman, Rod Carew.
Digging in, Rod Carew. Pitch number 100 on its way. Popped him up. Allen is there. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, the first baseman, Harmon Killebrew.
Twins down to their final out. And here is the killer, Harmon Killebrew. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here's a pop-up now. Allen is under it. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Hey, listen, in baseball, we don't see very many complete games any longer because of pitch counts. But listen, he was good from the first inning through the ninth. Well-deserved complete game victory.
9-1 is the way this one ends. The A's jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Catfish Hunter gets the win on the mound, his first of the year, turning in a very strong complete game effort. Bert Blyleven was hit hard to the tune of 7 earned as he takes the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Athletics, 9 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. They left 5 men on base. For the Twins, 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. They left 3 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 11 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.